Who arranged the alphabet? We will never be able to attribute to a single person the development of the building blocks of writing. But we do know the name of the man who devised the method we use today of classifying the elements. The language of chemistry was better understood after a Russian scientist arranged the elements by virtue of their properties and relationships with other elements. This scientist was Dmitri Ivanovich Mendeleev, who arranged 63 elements in increasing order of atomic mass. Mendeleev wrote information about each element on cards. He noticed that their atomic weights could be used to rank the elements. He observed that elements with similar properties appeared at regular intervals. Mendeleev's periodic law states that physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic masses. However, Mendeleev did not follow strictly the order of increasing atomic mass. For example, when an element did not seem to fit into its expected position in a group, he left an empty space in the table. He could predict the properties of a few elements, and later on, when these elements were actually discovered, there was a remarkable similarity in the observed properties and those predicted by Mendeleev. For example, Mendeleev was able to predict the properties of an element with atomic mass 72. He named it Ica silicon. It was later discovered and named germanium. He also predicted the discovery of a metal having similar characteristics to aluminium and called Ica aluminium. Similarly, he predicted Ica boron, Ica manganese, and Ica tantalum. Here is Mendeleev's periodic table. It is rotated clockwise 90 degrees so that it is easier to understand. It consists of rows of elements called periods and vertical columns known as groups. There are 8 groups numbered 1 to 8. Groups 1 to 7 were divided into subgroups A and B. Group 8 contains triads of elements. Some blank spaces are left for undiscovered metals. Mendeleev was able to predict the behavior of the metals not discovered during his time. Elements in each group resemble one another. Properties of elements gradually change across a period. Mendeleev left gaps for the elements to be discovered later on. Mendeleev's periodic table led to the correction of the atomic masses of a few elements. The atomic mass of beryllium was thought to be 13.5 and its new value was 9.4. The atomic masses of gold and platinum were corrected later. Mendeleev's periodic table has some demerits. He placed iodine 127 after tellurium 128. This violates his periodic law based on the increase of atomic weight. Hydrogen is wrongly placed with lithium. Since Mendeleev's periodic table depends on atomic weight, isotopes should have been included. But Mendeleev did not include the isotopes in the periodic table. There was no distinction between metals and non-metals. Mendeleev did not include noble gases, since they had not been discovered in his time. Alkali metal and coinage metals, copper, silver, and gold, which differ widely in properties, are placed into the same group.